Welcome back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Our hero's quest is in jeopardy as Declan has assassinated Butthole's mother. Despite this, the New Future still need to destroy their stack, and House Farch needs to defeat a Mecha Kraken, all without tearing themselves apart. Will the Dum-Dums be reunited? And can Declan survive Butthole's wrath? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons.
Butthole, you just watched Lady Antebellum take a bullet to the head, and Alan helped.
And then like the world slows for him, and he raises a hand to cast a hot snakes, but he can't because he's burnt out on hot snakes. And then he tries to like send a guardian of Moonhammer, but he's also burnt out on that. And then he realizes that they blew her fucking head off. He can't bring her back from the dead. There's no way. I can't fucking call them. They can't even hear me through the I thaumaturgy it. It's so fucking loud now. And I'm like, you motherfuckers! She was a good person! I got nothing now! You killed my mom, you fuck!
Alan, how do you feel?
It just happened so fast.
Okay, like, do we have a screen? Because I want to see him be dead right beside the lady.
It just happened so fast.
Honor system, you're able to get a different screen.
Yeah, we go over to another console.
Oh, yeah.
And you see the director just screaming, "What the fuck just happened?"
We got him and you're fucked now.
And Grayson Typhus steps in to panel and says, "Sir, you got who?"
How is this possible?
This.
Wait a minute. Did you just break a phylactery? Did you break a phylactery in a car?
Well, I've broken like 12 of them today. I'll be fucking.
He just laughs. He's like, "Oh man, this is funny. You're gonna like this, I think." So I've got this friend. Well, he's me, kind of, but like an idiot me, and he lives in dumb people land. And he built this big stupid theme park. And we both stored our phylacteries in the one place. No one would ever find them, but I guess you did. And I mean, I don't know. Did you find him? Did your little pals find a guy who looks like me but stupid?
They did claim to have found typhus.
Did they kill him? Because what's amazing is he would have woken up there, but now he's dead. So bye-bye, asshole. I guess there can be only one.
Do you know what the nice thing is about killing yous? Is that I've got a lot of fucking practice for the real one. I'm coming for you. I'm going to fucking find your little glass box and I'm going to shove it up your fucking ass and you'll break it with your own ass. I fucking swear to you.
Cool. You think you can get me before I get you?
Well, I've been doing a pretty good job so far. Nice face. And then I just smashed the fucking pedestal with my gun and I'm fucking so angry.
Alan, what's up? Also, Laura, you look horrified.
Are you saying we killed Butthole's mother and we didn't even get Grayson Typhus?
Who the fuck is Butthole's mother? We killed the head of a shitty house.
Emily Antebellum.
Well, that's who you showed me, so I shot her because she's evil. She's the one who brought all the guns to your world and then like enslaved people and killed everyone. What's the matter?
Are you all right, Alan?
It's just...
Also, you both look like shit. What the fuck happened back here?
Butthole, you're still kind of leaning in. Like, what's going on for you, man?
Butthole has probably climbed the gun and tried to get through the portal even though it would kill him.
At which point you can get your head through.
Oh my God.
Then I think at this point, Butthole is just screaming obscenities, inconsolably trying to fit his shoulders through. I don't even know if it's dialogue so much as it's just like uncontrolled screaming.
Quinny, what are you doing?
I'm trying to pull him back out. He's going to lose his head if this thing changes channels or loses power.
Juniper's on his other leg.
Sure, roll me an opposed strength check. Also, Declan, I feel like you would only take so much of this before you would crank that thing shut. So
Declan's still confused about what the problem is, but yes, he'll be very mad in a minute.
It's an 18 from Quinny.
10.
19 minus 1.
That is a 13 from Butthole.
All right, so they're starting to force you back out. You're struggling, but they're making some moves.
Okay, I would like to cast a glowing hammer at Declan.
Okay.
Because I can fit a hand through before they yank me out,
Yep,
then I can
100%.
cast one. So I'm going to take a shot at him with a glowing hammer. So it springs into action. It appears and it attacks him.
Just for dramatic effect, I do attempt to cast Counterspell, but of course, I cannot.
Damn. All right. Shit.
Holy shit, that's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Honor system's right there. Can he do anything about this?
I think by the time you realize what's happening, like you're not used to seeing. Basically, the main issue is if you're sticking a weapon through, you would already have cut it off.
Yeah.
But you just stuck a hand through, which means nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, it does 10 damage before Butthole gets cranked back, which is actually all of Declan's HP.
Yeah.
So Declan's at 0.
So a hammer comes through and just fucking clocks Declan in the side of the head, and he just fucking crumbles. He just goes down. And then Butthole is pulled through, and I think honor system at that point, you probably just slash the
Cut the feed,
the literally
connection, yeah.
So you just slash through the mirror.
and then I'm to Declan's side.
So he's down. He's unconscious. All right, so let's cut to the dum-dums. So Juniper, Quinny,
We all fall down from the cannon, I guess.
Yeah. A dark shape is still moving in the water.
Butthole.
Yeah, what?
Are you up for this? We still got to get out of here.
Why?
Well, think about all the people we need to save, Butthole. All the mages in that room back there. Need you to focus. You need to do the right thing. You need to be a heroic servant of Moonhammer.
But Moon... I can't save anybody. They just die. I try to make them okay, and then they just die.
Butthole, you've saved so many people. You've saved me a ton of times.
Sure, I saved you, but then you got possessed by a demon, and you don't know if you're on the right side of the collide or you're on the wrong side of the collide. And I didn't get to fucking talk to my dad, and now I don't get to fucking talk to her. And now what the fuck's gonna happen with the Even if she was evil, I could have taken her out and we'd be fine. But if she's dead, it's warlords. It's just warlords for the whole fucking country. There's no way I could save them. There's no way I could save anybody. I can't. I'm fucked. It's all fucked. There's no fucking way out. It's fucked. It's just fucked.
Juniper and Quinny, you're staring at your friend Butthole, but perhaps more importantly, the head of House Farge.
Yeah.
And as his hand and his gesture, it might be time to hail the king.
It's not fucked, Butthole. Akash still has a leader. And God help me, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at you.
I'm not ready to be head of House Farge.
Get up. You need to go reclaim your country, and we're going to help you.
Well, then how are we going to beat a fucking Kraken? I couldn't even beat a fucking crackhead.
Now you're talking.
I said a hammer after that fucking dick. I hope he's fucking dead. You know who I'm not bringing back? Him. You know who doesn't even get into hell? Him. I hope he goes to fucking heaven like an asshole.
All right, I'm liking the energy. We just need to direct it more constructively.
All right, give me that ring. I'm going to go fight the fucking Kraken.
Okay, well, hold on. I pick it up. Is Alan even in there? Oh, the ring. I'm sorry.
Give me your ring of swimming. I don't give a shit about Alan. She's on team murder my fucking mom and betray us into prison.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go and I'm going to punch that fucking Kraken and I'm going to figure it out.
And you're going to die.
Hey, maybe the mages can help us. That's a ton of magic, right? Maybe we can do something there. Maybe we can help me finish the sentence, man. I don't know. We got a big gun here.
Do you know what?
Big magic laser gun.
I think you're overthinking it. I think you got it right out the gate. Because I'm fucking Butthole. And I'm going to be my mom's son. And if I don't get to know my real mom, then I'm going to make up a fucking mom. So maybe we can. Say it with me. Maybe we can.
Maybe we can.
Maybe we can.
Maybe
right?
we can.
Maybe we can.
Quinny's a
Maybe
little
we
scared.
can.
Maybe we can.
Maybe we can. You're right. You're right. Now, everybody, let's fucking do this. And I'm just...
And as you say that, almost as though it's a sign from Moonhammer herself, you see a bunch of flares go up from the diving bell, and for a second the Kraken kind of looks in that direction. And you remember that you've got friends out there. Maybe not right here. Maybe not on the other side of the portal, but out there.
That's Trax and Dex. They're counting on us too. And they're ready to help.
Okay.
You're the one with the plan. You're always the one with the plan.
That's true, but I have like 80 mages, and usually my plans are for like 3 people.
I will say, as angry as you are about the series of events, Butthole, you did see a look of absolute horror on Alan's eye. Like, I know you're mad at her, but like it wasn't clearly like a haha, let's do this. It was like a wait, what do you need me to do? And then the thing happened. So if you need power, getting a mage back, possibly a dark mage, would be not the worst plan.
The mages back there are tapped out and they're weird, and half of them probably only know how to open a fucking door. So they're not the answer. Maybe we can. Maybe we can keep going forwards. I don't know what's down there. We're going to open up a portal. We're going to get Alan. I'm going to kill that fucking Irish fuck if he's not already dead. Robots, I'm not sure about. They might be cool. We're going to bring them back, and then we're going to use them to get these other people out of here. Amen. And then I just make the sign of Moonhammer with my hands, which I've never done before. It's surprisingly elaborate, and I, as Ryan, will figure this out probably between sessions because I didn't in advance, but it's going to have a hand gesture.
Juniper and Quinny, you both get a point of guidance. He didn't mean it, but it happens that way.
Oh, I see. You give us guidance.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can both take an extra D4 on your next roll.
Cool.
It's this.
Oh, that's good.
Because
Yeah,
it's got
it.
a butthole with a hole, and then it goes down.
Yeah.
So
It
you have
looks
to
like
take
a
both
heart.
of your fingers and make circles, and you put them together like thumb knuckle to thumb knuckle, and the first knuckle of finger, first knuckle of finger, because that's the B hole. You
So
see?
you make like eyeglasses.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like 2, and then it's facing down, and you take your 2 middle fingers, and they go straight out, and you push them together so it looks like a hammer coming out of a butt.
It's actually very easy to make, which I appreciate. It
If
doesn't
it's going
hurt
to be
too
religious,
much.
it's got to be there. Yeah, so
yeah.
that's the gesture of Moonhammer, and he does that for the first time, and it glows because he doesn't even realize it, but he's casting thaumaturgy on it. And then you just hear like, because thaumaturgy you can cast 3 times, it does additional things. And then it's like, let's get fucking Alan back here, and let's save everybody.
And as you say it, in the back of your head, you just hear a voice go, "Fuck yeah!"
I don't know who you are, voice,
It's the
but
voice of Moonhammer herself.
oh, dope ass shit. Okay, I hope my mom's in hell, Moonhammer.
What?
And then I just take off down the hallway.
2099 honor system. You're doing chest compressions on Declan, and he's badly hurt, but he's vaguely conscious. Here's the thing, Alan. Do you help?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you go over and do you have cure wounds left? I guess
I can cast Spare the Dying.
Ah, all right. Cool.
So
You throw down Spare the Dying, which I think just stabilizes him, correct?
yeah, exactly.
Cool. So he stabilizes Declan honor system.
Unless he's an undead or construct.
Oh fuck! What a twist!
Just your faceplate falls
Yeah,
off.
yeah. I was gonna say she casts Cure Lou, and I come back and I'm like factory reset.
And then like the
Choose
robot,
your accent.
and then the robot. The robot face falls off and he's a skeleton. He's like, "Uh-oh, I've been caught. It's me, that skell from the other game." Okay, wicked. So, honor system, you throw Declan up over your shoulder.
Fireman carry, yeah.
You boot it kind of to the edge of the room. You can see there's sort of a long, for lack of a better term, Jeffrey's tube leading back to the main site and presumably to the portal that you'd heard mentioned. Before you go, honor system, looking around, like you free the mages, obviously, but there also seem to be, there's a lot of tech down here, and there's a lot of quantum energy stored. You think there's probably enough to make a rather effective explosive. So you kind of gather that up, and I think like Declan's over your shoulder, you've got 2, and Bourbon Shepherd's got 2.
Okay.
So all of you kind of take off down the hall. You're kind of making your way. Alan, what's going through your head right now? It's just you and honor system.
Butthole and I went through shit after Quinny died. We got through it. We can get through this too. Ooh, okay.
The one called Quinny
Finish what we
died?
started.
Curious.
Long story.
You make it kind of to the end of the tunnel, and it opens up into a large space, very similar to the one in Dumfey Rune. There's a massive stone arch with the sort of portal tech around it. More importantly, though, there also seem to be a series of escape pods. This seems to be kind of the like there's a lot of storage units, and like you can see that this is where a lot of the mages are brought through. But also this kind of seems to be the bug out zone for the entire facility. The portal is actually just something you can activate from this side. There's no real mechanics to it. And yes, there's a number of sort of small underwater vehicles you could use to get free. Above you, you can hear sort of like the sirens are still going. They seem a little bit muted down here. You get the sense that since they likely bring a lot of people through here to the battery, they try and soundproof it so people don't know what the fuck is going on through the rest of the facility. Also, oddly, you can see there are a bunch of sort of warning signs and kind of almost like chemical hazard type signs all around. And they all seem to indicate if Code Kraken is called, abandon the facility immediately. And there's a bunch of protocols for that.
Okay, so I'll initiate Kraken protocol at a console.
It's actually been deactivated. There's still signs up, but as you try and activate it, it basically, it's been grayed out, and something under it basically says protocol no longer required.
I need to get a message for all the mages to get out before we blow this thing up.
You get the sense that the battery will be fine if you blow the stack. Also, judging from the fact that Grace and Typhus arrived, the odds of any of the mages you tried to set free on the top level being alive is slim to nil, unless they manage to get out one of the craft, but the odds are bad now.
To die while fighting for your freedom is a good death.
Vengeance is also not bad.
Yes.
In lieu of that. So the space is clearly meant to only be accessed by high-level personnel. So you don't even need to hack these systems. You can just basically bring them up, and it kind of gives you access to the entire database. So what you can tell from this is that the facility used to be partially powered by a Kraken, one of the few remaining monstrous creatures left in 2099. However, the constant drain on the creature was damaging it further and further and further, and despite cybernetic augmentation, it seemed like it was dying, but it was also getting more and more erratic and more likely to break out. You can actually see there's a whole holding facility under this portal room that essentially caged it, and originally it was part of the battery, and it had been held here for a lot longer than anything else. However, when Grace and Typhus secured a new means of sort of a new stream of mages and a new means of powering it, he decided it was time to get rid of it.
Unleash the Kraken?
Yes, honestly. But not here. So he unleashed it on his counterpart in Dumfaerun by causing a massive rift event. Based on the dates you're seeing, that rift event was also the day that you became conscious. But it would seem that the augmented Kraken from here was set loose somewhere else. And it may have caused a cascade effect.
I see.
So you're just uploading all this. Like,
Yeah,
this is just data you're just stealing for later.
Yeah.
None of this is like...
There's nothing to do with this right now.
No, it's just...
To do about it, rather.
The nice thing is you're a computer, so basically you plug in and you're just like, oh, cool, all this information's mine now. As opposed to, I should read this.
Yeah.
So I don't play against AI opponents in RTS games.
Let's get on with the evacuation.
Right.
As soon as I downloaded everything, I'll step away and...
So you punch a couple buttons and the portal jumps to life. And Alan, you can see a somewhat flooded room on the other side of a chamber. To your surprise, you see Butthole and Quinny and Juniper kind of come rushing into the room. And you realize that they may not be able to come through, but you can actually just go home. Here's the question. Both these worlds need you. Where do you go?
Ooh, this is a big decision. So we've got mages, right, that we're ushering through?
The mages in the battery will be fine here.
Yeah.
The destruction of the stack will essentially destroy the main source of quantum energy for all of 2099. So if and when Honors, I assume your intention is to blow the facility at this point?
blow the stack, yeah.
When the stack is blown, 2099 will be a vastly different place. It will essentially knock it back into almost the Dark Ages. There aren't many magic users here, and those who are here may not know how to use their powers. If you stay here, you'll be able to help lead the mages and bring magic back to this world and essentially almost become a god in your own right. On the other side, a massive monster is bearing down on the remnants of a failed stack, and your friends and possibly Xanthus are waiting for you.
Okay, so the things going through my head, I'm in no condition to help them,
Help who?
to help my friends on the other side. I have very little energy left, virtually no spells left.
I will also say you can see and hear them, so you are free to discuss this with them. I think Honor System's probably just going to chill
He's preparing to
blow
leave.
the facility. Yep.
Yeah.
Butthole. You approach the mirror. It's cracked on your side. You can't get through, but you can see Alan.
Okay, cool. You can just come through now. You come through. The robot. You could leave him or you could bring him. There's options there. But come on, this is gonna be good. We got this. We got a Kraken, so we got to move. There are mages here who need help.
Come on, Alan.
I mean, guys, I'm struggling here. I don't think I can help.
What do you mean? Is it not working? Like, is the connection bad?
No,
Can you not come through?
I'm kind of spent magically at the moment.
Well,
You've got a lot of mages there to help you, right?
No, they are sleepy and shitty.
they're tapped out. They've been
they-
used as a power source.
They're burnt. It's like imagine you shot one of those laser rifles like a bunch, and then at the end it was just like, brrr, and then nothing happened. That's pretty much the mages we have. They're all nothing.
Well,
As they're describing this, Alan, you come to realize that here the mages have been kind of plugged into high-tech stuff. So basically the challenge is better, more confused mages here, useless, kind of broken mages there, who understand magic but might not have it anymore. I'm sorry, there's really no good version for this. These are just but from what Butthole's explaining, you start to realize that the broken facility likely didn't keep everyone in as good condition as this place did.
We constantly run into things that we openly describe as like an Allen problem. So like if you're here, then we can solve the Allen problems.
I know there's so many mages here that came from our world, and as soon as they're freed, like, they're gonna have nothing.
Bourbon Sherbert walks over to you, Alan, and he says, Mistress Xanthus, I have spent a lot of time in your care, and we have spent a lot of time talking. I have told you a lot about this world, but you have also taught me a lot about yours. I may not be perfect, and I may be damaged, but I believe I can help them if you will let me. I will be a poor substitute for you, but perhaps I can help.
Yeah?
I will do my best.
Yeah, you trust the robot with the broomstick. He's glowing. That looks magical.
I will call it my glass staff.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Alan, I'm confused. This is it. Just come through. Take my hand.
Yeah, but I don't even know if I belong there.
Of course, you belong here with us.
Yeah, you belong here. Literally, we have like tattoos that say that. We're fully committed at this point. I mean, we all could get murdered by a Kraken, but we can do that together and then go to a cool hell that we all literally know exists.
Bucky's also still MIA.
Oh, yeah, and we're really fucked on this Bucky thing. Like, we need someone who understands magic and who doesn't owe demons anything.
I just... Oh...
The Kraken grows closer.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to have to pull rank, but as the leader of House Farch, I command that you come through this fucking portal. We've been looking for you forever. Quinny read books and got mad at me a bunch because I wasn't sure, and now I'm sure. And Quinny is very sure. Quinny, share your feelings, Quinny, or you don't get to anymore.
What is happening, Alan? Talk to me here. This was supposed to be it.
And then I just think for a second, like, if I stay here, I might be able to help mages. If I don't go through, my friends will probably die. I can't let them die. And I jump through.
And as you look back, you see Declan unconscious but alive. You see Honor System in his new body. And you see Bourbon Sherbert, who plants his stick in the ground and says, henceforth I will be Bourbon Sherbert, the wizard Burbert. And he waves. Honor System, what do you say?
Alan, you helped start the new future, and truly there will be a new future thanks to you. Thank you.
And then the portal closes.
Okay, Alan, how do we beat the Kraken?
Quinny's all up in Alan, just hugging her, just big, like because she's tall, he just like jumps up to like hug her.
I literally just have tears streaming down my face like I actually do in real life. I'm just like, I don't know.
Okay, this is good. We're back to normal. Okay, fuck. Okay, we have a bunch of mages who seem very sleepy. We have you, we have me, we have Quinny. We have a dumbbell that's shooting flares. I don't really know what's going on with that.
You hear a knocking kind of on the wall.
Who is it? What is it?
You just kind of hear a bit more knocking, and then it starts tracking along the wall.
It's outside.
It's outside.
Okay, I'm
outside,
gonna-
but we can't see.
Well, I'll follow it. I want to know where it's
So
headed.
you follow it. It leads you back to the stairs. You kind of like come up the small staircase. Alan, I think you're still staring at the portal, which is now closed.
Yeah.
But it's one of those horrible, like, oh shit, everything's like happening and you're still having your moment. Billy Fingers just like scuttles down into your robot hand and clutches it with your old fingers. It's sweet, but also really disturbing.
Yeah.
And you see Glug Glug outside, just like knocking on the window. And she's got like just a vicious scythe in one hand that is just still got just blood dripping off it from other like tridents she's killed.
How many people are we being attacked by?
Oh, no.
And she
This
just
is
waves and waves and waves.
This one's good. This one's good. This is good.
And then
There's
she like
Jeez.
briefly gives like a flirty glance at Juniper and kind of like points at the gills and like gives her a thumbs up.
Juniper is like really blushing despite like the tenseness of the moment.
You know, speed taught us that dramatic situations bring people together. So she just kind of gestures to kind of back through the main glass dome that's flooded. Alan, do you have any way of breathing underwater?
Let me check for a second.
Yeah, get ready to juggle sheets.
Oh, okay. So I gave away the extra wax ball. Not necessarily my best move, but Juniper, this is Alan. Alan is our new court wizard. Alan, I am legitimately glad you're back. And then I take her face and I just kiss her right on the mouth in the gray water style because I've missed her, so I counter teeth with my tongue and I do all that
I
stuff.
got
And
it.
I'm like,
God.
it is so good you're back. This place sucks so much more without you. And then I'm like, Juniper, Alan, Juniper. Here's the deal. Juniper can breathe air through her gills. Alan has a mouth. Juniper also has a mouth. Juniper, I need you to blow air into Alan's lungs while we shove you through the water.
Alan?
Yeah, okay.
So Juniper just grabs Alan and you all start to like swim out. The first time she does it, you look over, Juniper, and Glug Glug is giving you like a, come on, lady. I'm standing right here. But yeah, you see the Kraken converging on the facility and all of you start swimming madly towards the dumbbell. In terms of dum-dums, in terms of your plan at this point, there isn't any way to stop this Kraken in that facility. Like it's toast. So I think your only option now is to fall back to the island and kind of see what's up.
Okay.
Would you all agree based on what you've observed?
I can't think of anything.
Based on random chance, I don't think we can go back and help Carlin and the other mages, but odds are one of them can do
The
a
other
portal.
thing is that the battery is safe because it's kind of further away from the central facility. The Kraken seems fixated on that.
Also, I mean, the battery, there were a bunch of them who were doing portal magic and other shit, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
betting they can figure that collectively.
I'll say, like, ethically, you'll be fine. They'll either survive or they won't, but, like, they're in good shape to get out of here.
Yeah, then we're going to keep swimming.
It's
It
like
is-
a Diablo, like, they've got a town scroll situation.
Great.
Like,
Okay.
It is weird to look over and see Alan with essentially her entire head inside Juniper's distended mouth.
with,
so
like,
we
a
can,
robot arm
suction.
and
Yeah.
wearing Tiffany Rathburn clothes.
Weird clothes.
Okay, we
bad
got-
clothes.
Yeah, we
Which,
got-
admittedly,
we gotta
for the
get you to
record, future is progressive. Not a single person commented on the fact that Adonis was wearing Tiffany's clothes. Boom, 2099's awesome. Let's
Hey.
aim for that. So, yeah, you're all like rapidly swimming and finally get a view of the Kraken as it descends on the stack. And this motherfucker is huge. It is basically the size of the McSquiggly. And unfortunately, it's that if it was a Borg. So just like metal plating, clearly it was kept alive for a long time. And as you're kind of like stealthing your way away, you see basically the same cannon that was fired from 2099 open up and just shear half of the stack off.
Coming from the Kraken.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it just descends on the facility and starts destroying the main body of it. Again, batteries safe, mages are fine, but the main building, all those horrors are just being trashed. Oh no. So you make it back to the diving bell, and you're welcomed in by Dexter, who's kind of like got his head wrapped now, and honestly just looks mad about it. Like he's not hurt so much as his feelings are hurt from being bashed around a lot. And Trax, who Alan is a tabaxi, who's like, oh hey, you found a mage, great, you managed to save. Was she powering the whole facility?
We're going to have to make some trips, but for now, get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go. This is a fucking train wreck.
Fuck. All right, let's go. Jesus, back to the island, I guess. I hope you like arm wrestling, lady. And he just pulls on a little like ding, 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 ding thing. And the bell starts going up very, very slowly. And Dexter's just like, I swear to God, I'm so fucking mad. If we could just turn this goddamn tech on. And then, Alan, you look down at the eyeglass and you realize you might know a guy. Butthole's eyeglass. You left yours there.
Yes.
Wink,
I was going
wink,
to say,
wink.
I'm just like,
You know what? Give me 5 stress. You left your eyeglass there.
5 stress. And yeah, eyeglasses just got thrown to the floor after.
I think you slipped it into his pocket.
Yeah,
It was a cute gesture on your way out the door.
There you go, Declan.
So, no, into honor system. Declan's still out.
Oh,
You got hit in the
right,
head with a
right.
hammer.
I mean, you can slip it in his pocket, but he's not answering the phone.
So weirdly, the eyeglass jumps to life. It's very staticky. It's not doing so well anymore. It's not fully functional on this side, as you know. Honor system, you kind of peer through the eyeglass. I don't think it occurred to either of you that you'd get a chance to talk again.
Alan,
Hey, honor system.
I did not expect to see you ever again.
There's a huge explosion in the background as the stack goes up. You're in a tiny pod kind of blasting away.
Yeah, surprise. Okay, great. We got a vessel here. We need to go fast. Can you do that for me through the little monocle thing?
Show me.
So
And I bring it right up to the
she shows you the ports,
control.
and it looks like you could probably run these off your quantum core pretty easily. Honestly, like this thing looks like if you picked up like a floppy disk, you're like, oh yeah, fuck, oh no, like 500 megabytes? No, sorry, 53 megabytes. How could I pop? Yeah, fuck. So yeah, if you wanted to power it up, you could.
I do want to power it up.
Great. So on a system, you just kind of pop out a servo, you stick it through, and you activate the panels, and basically you're driving now. So suddenly thrusters blast underneath the diving bell. It breaks off the chain and just starts fucking shooting through the water.
Where do you want to go?
Up to the island, please.
You see the lights behind you as the Kraken begins to close in.
Up. Understood.
The Kraken is moving very, very quickly.
Do I see this Kraken?
Everyone sees
through the
you
viewfinder.
don't. You're just
Or I
all,
being
like,
honor system.
Faster, honor system,
It's-
faster.
So-
Everyone, hold on.
So you're giving it all you've got. All you can really see is through that. So basically, at this point, it's kind of like you're just a battery. You're just like sitting there running it. So let's jump back to the cockpit. Quinny, Butthole, and Alan and Juniper.
Yeah.
You're stuck in this diving bell. It's rocketing, but the Kraken is moving much, much faster. And it looks like even with the power honor systems giving it is closing in probably at about a 2-to-1 pace. So I'd like to know, kind of looking around the diving bell, what you guys are doing. So let's start with Juniper. What do you think you're doing?
Can I try to cast Moonbeam?
Yeah, you can absolutely cast
Because,
Moonbeam back behind you. So
yeah.
basically, I think what this looks like is you just press your face against the glass. Oh, I should mention Glug Glug is in here with you. She's
okay.
she's kind of having a hard time. She just keeps like, she basically has just a bag of water she keeps breathing into, but she's safe. I just want to make that clear. So, all the Glug Glug fans out there are like, oh shit, she's dead. All right. So you press your face against the glass and really inelegantly yell like, "Oh, the moon affect me." And a moonbeam just blasts down. And I'm going to say that knocks the Kraken back by a half turn. So
Okay.
not bad, not bad. Quinny, what are you doing?
There's no way for me to shoot Eldritch Blast from inside this thing.
I think I'll give you a devil's bargain. Baba Yaga is similar to when you had to reach out to Manny previously. It's like picking up the phone again, and she's just like, "Dearie, I must say, I've been very impressed by everything you've been doing. It's very good. I'll tell you what. Sometime I will tell you to act on an instinct you won't particularly like, but if you just do that for me, sweetie, I have this magical ability to just make them appear where I want. And besides, it'll be revenge." You love revenge.
Yes, I do. But, and I'll look at Butthole, I've received some advice to make less deals than I normally do. And I will, I'll turn her down on that.
Oh, damn. All right, fair enough.
Respect, of course.
Naturally. So I'll tell you this. You can try and cast it, but I'm going to give you double disadvantage. So roll 3d20, take the worst.
7, 4. Let's go lower. Natural 1. That was descending order, too, when I rolled those 3.
You try and fire an Eldritch Blast, and it just like hits the floor and bounces around the cabin.
Oh, shit, look out.
No good. All right. Alan, I know you're pretty tapped out. What are you doing?
I want to. I want to actually talk to Honor System again.
Okay, you can try.
Yeah.
So you like lean down to the console and like talk to the thing?
Honor System?
Yes.
You haven't by any chance found a transmitter, have you?
Transmitter?
Trax is like, oh, we got one of those on the island. What do you need it for? Will it kill this Kraken?
Well, I mean, it'll stop the laser.
I mean,
Maybe.
that's not bad. That's a good start.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, no. We'll talk more about this. Sorry, what do you need it for? And so you guys start talking because he's going to try and figure out if he can like use these panels for anything. Dexter's leaning over to help. Butthole, what are you doing?
Okay, Butthole's just looking out the window, kind of back into the water and realizing how bad this scenario is. Because we're used to dealing with like villains who are like smaller. We've never fought the entire sky chasing us with a laser that we know destroys this entire dumbbell and kills everybody in it if stuff goes bad. So Butthole's just like looking at this thing, and then he just like drops his cloak, just like his vestments, and he takes them off.
Oh shit, the cloak's coming off.
Yeah, he takes them off, and then he takes out his like bag of holding from under his tummy, and he's like, okay, I have an idea. Quinn, I need you to take this. And he just like pulls out the bag of holding. I need you to take this. Just take it.
I'll hold it.
Okay, great. And Moonlight Bringer, great. Take that. Take that.
All
Good.
right.
Oh, wait, I need this.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, and the shield, great.
Well,
okay,
okay.
This
I can't.
This is an idea. This is an idea. It's good. And I reach into the bag and I just like grab the one thing that I need. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And Tom, I still have 5 stress.
Yeah.
So I would like to use my 5 stress for an abnormal choice.
Okay.
What I would like to have done while switching these back and forth is I would like to have sleight of handed Quinny's ring of swimming off of his hand in this whole pattern of handing him things and taking other things to jostle him.
What?
And
Okay. All right.
having done that, I want to crank open the bottom of the dumbbell, drop down in, and close it. So I am now in the airlock, which I am going to flip
Okay.
to open. And
Quinny, I'm going to say this tracks because if you're handed that much heavy shit.
I am
Also,
fine
I
with
don't
it
think
so
Butthole's
far. I don't understand
ever
the
tried to
logic
sleight
of
of
it.
hand anything. That's
Yeah,
really
no.
weird. All right. So cool. Yeah. So you have that.
Cool. And I'm going to look up at Quinny, and I'm just going to like knock on the glass as I wrench it tighter than it's been wrenched before. And I'm like, if your plans don't work, I'm going to sort this out.
Butthole.
Make a plan that works.
Come up, butthole.
And I'm just going to lock that kind of like from the inside of the airlock. And I'm just going to sit there. I'm just going to watch as it's like filling up with water.
Room.
Got to do what you got to do. I'm farting away just gently around myself.
All right, I throw all his shit to the fucking floor. Butthole, what are you doing? I get one friend back. I'm about to lose another one.
All right. Fucking I guess roll a so like Ryan, when you say you're cranking it harder, are you like trying to jam it?
Yeah. I want to lock it shut from the outside.
All right. So Quinny, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Just straight strength or yeah? 13.
13. All right. Ryan, go ahead and roll me a strength check, please. Athletics, I think, because you're actually trained in that.
That is a 14.
All right. It's jammed pretty good.
I run to the window. I'm assuming I can still see this fucking huge thing, and I'll just spend my last spell slot to cast Hex on it.
Okay. Remind me what Hex is. I'm so sorry. I should know this by now.
That's okay. I place a curse on it.
Okay.
And I would deal 1 extra D6 damage to a fucking island eater, but that's not really why I'm doing it.
I mean, every little bit counts. He's probably going to go hit it with a magic hammer or some bullshit, so sure.
The Kraken now has disability on strength checks, hopefully for the purpose of chasing us.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm hoping that helps us get away.
Yeah. All right. I dig that.
Juniper just yells down to Butthole, Butthole, as your hand, I need to know what you're doing.
Okay, that makes sense. And he just casts Hammer Guardians that start spinning around him, and now they're out the bottom of the dumbbell.
Okay, but the crack is still like a ways away.
Yeah, it runs for 10 minutes, so he can just like keep it sort of charged if it's going to take a swing. And then I hold up the other hand, and I'm like, I have 7 magic beans.
Butthole, that's too many beans.
But someone needs to plant them inside the Kraken.
No, Butthole, no. Come on. This is a bad idea.
Someone's got to have a better plan or everybody dies.
Fucking beans.
Have a better
spells.
plan, Quinny. Have a better plan. I'm not that huge a fan of being a hero.
I think the water's kind of up there.
Blah, 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 blah. Then I just make the sign of Moonhammer. My fingers.
How fast are we going?
Like very fast. Honor system's really like fucking motoring.
How strong is this diving bell? It's structurally like it took a lashing from some baby krakens.
And it got dented. It didn't break. Like it's pretty
dented.
hardy. It's like heavy metal.
Turn the diving bell upside down. We're going to shoot this thing and we're the bullet. That's my idea. If you're going to sacrifice yourself, why don't we all just fucking go down with this thing?
Fuck. All right. So Quinny,
There's
Come up with a better idea, butthole.
and I give you a sad thumbs up, and I open the outside
all right,
of the
Quinny,
airlock.
go run a pilot check. I mean, yeah, I guess. Fuck. What even skill would you use for that? So I think like you and I guess maybe Juniper or
Are you up for this, Juniper,
Alan.
by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Dexter's like, fuck it. I was kind of bored on that island anyway. Trax is like, listen, seems like you guys got some real shit going on. You just met us. Honestly, if we can kill that thing, that'd be dope. If we can help, let us know. We'll just shut up now.
You know any cool ranger spells there, Trax?
He's my quarry.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because we're about to shoot at him.
favorite enemy. Fuck that guy.
Piloting, is that Dex?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with
I
that.
just don't have it on the skills, right?
Yep.
21.
So as Butthole starts cranking the bottom portal to jump out, you go to activate the controls, and I think like you put one hand on, and then like Juniper, you put one hand on, Alan, you put one hand on, Billy Fingers puts a bunch of fingers on. You all take a deep breath, and then you just fucking crank it as hard as you can, and you brace. Can you all roll me a con save,
Jesus
please? Or a dex
Christ.
save, I guess. It
Fuck
can be
is
one of the two.
going on?
12 for Quinny.
Oh,
Are you rolling for both Alan and Juniper there?
yeah. So Alan rolled a 6, and Juniper rolled a 1.
You crank it as hard as you can, and the whole diving bell trembles and shifts, and you hear honor system kind of almost grunt in confusion. And Alan rolled a 1 or Juniper rolled a 1?
Juniper rolled a 1.
Juniper, you have so many questions in your mind right now about the collide and what's needed and what your purpose is. And as they both push as hard as they can, almost subconsciously, you hold firm. And as the strongest of the three, it doesn't turn. It trembles, but it doesn't turn. Butthole.
Is Butthole out of the airlock?
Well, we're getting to that right now.
All right.
So, Butthole, you burst forth from the airlock. You've got the Ring of Swimming. You've cast Hammer Guardians.
Yeah, so
Does that travel with you? Or that
they
just
travel
stays?
around me in a 15-foot diameter.
So you just, as a majestic hammer swirling monster, I guess, start Green Lanterning down towards the Kraken.
Yeah, I'm picturing Spock's ship in the new Star Trek, the 2009, when it's going into the middle of all the tentacles.
All right. Yeah. Fuck. All right. Sure. So you just shoot straight down. So is your plan to like, are you going to try and like mage hand it through, or like what's your
This thing
deal?
is so big. There's no way that works. And I can't gamble it because it's going to fucking kill everybody. There's no way to do this. So this is just Butthole realizing that they'll all die to save him, or they'll all die, which means there's only one way to do this. Butthole aims for the mouth.
Are you Sharknadoing this?
I'm going in. I'm going in with 7 beans that I will plant as close to its heart as possible. That's the plan.
Fuck. All right. Laura, you look like you want to say something. I should warn you, his action is happening as you're all cranking on the remote.
Okay, Kraken, mouth is open.
No, mouth is not open. Because here's the thing. I'm thinking about like this giant monster that's chasing you. And if I'm a giant monster that has tentacles and the ability to kind of eat islands, odds are I'm not like, I'm like, I'm going to grab you and then I'm going to nom you at my leisure.
I'm going to use my bonus action as Juniper to Misty Step to Butthole.
All right. You Misty Step out of the bottom of the shuttle.
Yeah.
And you're beside Butthole for a brief second.
And I want to cast Protection from Energy on him.
Okay.
And protect him from lightning.
Okay.
This is all I can think to do.
Fuck. Yeah. Awesome. Fuck. Yeah. All right. So Butthole, you're like on this weird, like fucking like plant seeds and run. And you know, you've made your symbol, you're on your way. And then all of a sudden, of all people, Juniper is beside you. And I think in the same way you always cast guidance on people where you just like pat them on the back pretending and you assume they don't know, she does the same thing to you. And then you're gone. You just continue to shoot straight ahead. Because Juniper, with his speed, you can't catch him. But
yeah,
you cast protection from energy.
And I'll give her a thumbs up. And then I've got a spell slot. So I would like to summon a spiritual hammer. Because we've done this before. To
Mary
Poppins her back towards the bell.
Juniper,
if possible.
would you take this hammer back to the bell, or would you resist it, knowing that you can swim at like half the speed he can go? Like he's going to outpace you in a hard second.
I was going to say it'll sit in front of you for a moment to let you take it. Yeah.
Yeah. How close are we to the Kraken?
Not that close.
No, I'm not going to take it
Great.
because I want to be ready to rescue Butthole
Yeah.
if he somehow survives this.
And I just look back and I point, and the hammer turns, and the head starts shoving you towards the dumbbell.
Throw her back to the dumbbell?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh,
Listen,
damn.
I'm saving everyone. It's really stupid if other people die while I'm saving them.
Yeah, okay. Shit. Juniper, you're pushed back by like a considerable margin. I think you can roll a strength check to resist this, but also I feel like the suddenness of it and the force of it. Also, like everyone's spent. Like no one has any fucking magic left. It just pushes you back, I guess. You could try and overwhelm it and swim. Yeah, that's kind of where you're at. Quinny, you're just kind of watching this, I think. I don't know.
I'm so helpless. You gave me the bag of holding. What are the contents?
There are 10,000 things in there.
Is it on your character? Like, is it on your inventory? Or on your character
seriously,
sheet?
you can look at the inventory. Basically, the only thing I've still got with me is plate mail and the beans.
And the beans.
The fucking beans.
I hate myself for giving you those.
Oh, I love it so much.
Every day. There is kind of beautiful symmetry, though, when you try to kill a different Kraken with different beans.
7 times the Kraken. 7 times the beans.
Shit.
Amazing.
Okay, so Quinny, I assume if there's nothing on there that's immediately helpful to you in this, I think you're just kind of rooting through the bag.
Yeah.
As the guy who invented this plan, there is not much in there that will actually solve this problem. You do have a lot of copper wiring.
Just don't put any gnomes in. I mean, honestly, buddy, I think I'm with you.
Yeah, I've got one, but it's too little, too late.
Okay, so Ryan, I guess you enter the Kraken? Can you roll me a strength check to try and force your way past the mouth?
Sure. Do I have anything with the hammers just hammering into the teeth or the
sure,
tongue
I'll
or
give you
anything else?
advantage for tooth decay.
That is 22.
If this beast is using strength, it's at disadvantage in any capacity.
Shit. You're right. Okay, yeah. All right, so you beat your way past the teeth. This thing's huge. Like, you can just fucking fly into it. Incidentally, Krakens actually have rules about what happens to you if you get swallowed.
Oh, man. Wizards of the Coast. You
yeah.
thought of it all.
So
You thought of the 7-bean plan.
I think we're not going to roll this, if that works for you.
You're the DM.
I mean, you made the crazy choice, so...
Can I just point out that Tom gave Ryan beans as like it was a wedding
wedding gift.
Correct.
Ryan and I have been married for 2.5 years.
Well, I mean, Quinny gave his wedding gift away immediately.
I'm
as
just
Matt
saying.
did.
I'm just saying. I find that very funny.
Yeah, all
Well,
right.
I mean, he did get it back.
yeah,
A
actually.
different one, yeah.
All right. Butthole Farch, head of House Aka, champion of Moonhammer. You believe in 3 major tenets. You believe in friendship. You believe in fellowship.
It's strength, joy, and flatulence, but you're very close.
And if there's one thing you think you can cause inside the stomach of something, it's flatulence. And you're going to do it with strength and joy. You can feel the kind of acid of the stomach beginning to eat away at your armor. And you're really glad you took your cloak off because, like, it's a nice cloak.
It doesn't deserve this.
Yeah. But it begins to eat the armor and it begins to eat away at the gauntlets and it begins to eat away at you. But the last time this happened, it was Quinny dead at your feet, Alan making deals with the devil, and desperation and horror. But this time, it actually feels okay. And you plant the beans, all 7 of them. And then I think you just sit because there's no way you're getting back up through that throat and your body's being eaten away. And I think you get a chance to pray to Moonhammer, to your friends, or to whatever. This is the first time this has happened in a non-instant horror way. What do you say?
What would be the sarcastic
Short
answer?
answer, yeah.
But I think, no, all he wants to know is, he made the wrong call.
You rolled to pray.
His prayer is just, sorry, Moonhammer.
And
Did my best.
In your head, you just hear her say, I never answered any of those, right?
I think it was you the whole time. You know
right.
what? Maybe you need to believe in you.
Well, then you know what? Hang on 1 second. And you hear the sound of a dice being rolled and you made the right call.
Yay! And he raises both hands and it comes out. Blah, 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 blah.
And then 7 beans explode. Brian, actually, you can roll this
Ooh, I like
since
that.
it's your effect.
Oh my
I need you to roll a
goodness.
D100 7 times.
Okay,
And I'm going to tell you exactly what happens inside this Kraken.
good. That is 3.
Okay?
48.
Okay?
65.
Okay?
70. Even.
Okay?
90. How many times have I rolled? I'm busy
1,
crying.
2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
All right. 6 is 83.
Okay?
20. Even.
20 even. Okay, so Butthole, as you sit and look at the wonders you have wrought, several
Weird burning hell.
several miracles of Moonhammer occur. 2 hungry bullets are born, which are like angry bull monsters. They just start eating this thing's stomach.
Okay, well, now I'm laughing. This is pretty worth
And
it.
then 6 eggs burst out of the ground. You're not sure what's in them, but you're sure if they ever hatched, it would be something magical.
This thing's gonna give birth again.
You're going to summon a second Kraken or some shit.
4 shriekers burst out of it. See the monster manual for details, but I think they're evil plants. A tree ant appears.
Like an ant? Like a
And it says, "What a dumb place for an ant moot."
Yeah, I'm like,
And-
fuck him up, boys.
All of it's pretty good, but you're a little disappointed because, just deep in your heart, you'd hoped that you would roll the same number you rolled to blow up that first Kraken. And then a fruit tree springs up. And you reach up and you take off an apple as your hand begins to melt. You take a bite and it's the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. The only thing that would be better would be a geyser. And sure enough, with your second roll, oil and juice and milk and water begin to burst from inside this Kraken's stomach. And you hear a trembling and a gurgling and a smile spreads across your face. because in one last beautiful act in the name of Moonhammer, this thing farts itself to death.
Yes.
Give me your character sheet.
Oh yeah. I'm giving you all 3.
I love you, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to need those pieces for the bag of holding.
Rest in peace, Butthole Farch.
Oh man.
Pieces. Look at that. Well, Quinny just can't have his complete found family, can he? Fuck.
So inside the dumbbell, you see the Kraken explode. And even though it's underwater, you hear just a thunderous fart. And it is gassy and horrible. But your friend went up with it. The shuttle continues to ride, and you're all kind of left with a moment. For the record, everyone at the table is crying. That's why it's kind of quiet right now.
Yeah. That's not fair. It's not fair that I'm so weak. I couldn't do anything. He gave me a chance. He told me to come up with a better plan, and I couldn't do it. And now he's gone.
Yeah, Juniper just says, like, I should have been faster on that Misty step. I could have taken the beans. I could have taken the beans.
That's such an amazing regret line. I could have taken the beans.
That sneaky motherfucker stole my ring of swimming with the fucking oldest trick in the book of switcheroo of, oh, please hold this and I'll hold that and hold, what the? I'm mad at him.
Juniper says, it was my ring of swimming.
Well, yeah.
Alan, as they bicker, weirdly you feel a bit left out because you've been away from this dynamic for a long time.
Yeah, I think Alan just starts laughing uncontrollably.
What?
Okay. All right.
It's the like inappropriate reaction kind of thing.
Is it also partially kind of a joyful, like he went out the way he wanted to laugh, or is it just it's also horrible and my brain broke?
It's a little bit of both.
All right. Yeah.
Alan just got back. Like,
Yeah.
fucking come on.
I mean, good news is I guess Ryan can play Juniper now. Okay. Cool. So you all kind of have your reactions, and the dumbbell continues to rocket up towards the surface, where a very loyal wolf sits
Oh my God.
on a riverbank waiting for his master to come home.
Tom, very rarely am I going to say this. We should do the Goblin Jr. thing now.
All
Because
right.
there's something I've done that we should do now.
Fuck. Okay. The diving bell breaches the surface, and the remaining merfolk and the free systems come rushing over, and Goblin Jr. is just kind of running back and forth on the riverbank, looking excitedly at everyone. And he sees Alan, and his eyes just go out. He's like, Snarf! And he's just so overjoyed. There's nothing. He's so shocked. He really just didn't think he'd see Alan again. But then he notices the Butthole doesn't get off the shuttle. And his ears go flat. His tail drops. And he doesn't so much sit down or lie down as he just falls over.
Whoa.
And he's just whimpering and just laying there.
I sit down right next
Which
to
eye is this?
Alan.
Alan. Yeah.
I, as Alan, sit down beside him and kind of pick up his head and put it in my lap and just start.
And Quinny, I assume you kind of go over to him too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, fuck, the three remaining dum-dums sit together. Juniper, I assume, stands at like a respectful distance. Ryan, what the fuck?
So Goblin Jr. has his own little like side patches.
Oh, okay.
And he takes out a folded page and he gives it to Quinny. And I wrote this before season 5 started, just in case.
When did you write? What did you write?
The folded page reads, I'm reading this as it's been handed to me. Dear Quinny, so this is awkward because if you're reading this, I'm dead. I mean, I wasn't when I wrote it, but I am now. Quinny will take a moment to just, Jesus fucking Christ, butthole. Or you stole this paper. If you stole it, put it back where it was. Stop reading it, Quinny. I'm telling you to stop reading it. But if I'm dead, then here's the truth. What I've started can't just stop. I started a religion. Don't. I started a house. No, butthole. And we started a family. You're my family, Quinny, and so are Alan and Juniper and Bucky and Goblin Jr. and Billy Fingers and the rest. Families need someone to hold them together. I charge you with keeping this family together. Bring Alan home. Done. This is easy. Houses need a lord to guide. No, come on. Houses need a lord to guide them and be sure they stay true. Ultimately, the kingdom of Akka needs a ruler who will care and who will do the right thing. Quinny, I've seen into the heart of you. In the happiest moment of my life, I saw the very beauty of your soul, and I've risked everything to keep you safe and strong. At the core of you, you're the best man I will ever know. I name you Quinny Brownbarrow, the heir of House Farch and the rightful ruler of Akka. The former king is dead. Long live the thief king of today. So save the world, Quinny. You're the only one who can. Just try to do enough bad stuff with the good that I'll get to see you again. Butthole. Oh, man.
They keep scrolling.
What? Oh, there is a P.S. I'm sure Goblin Jr. will be cool with this if you show him this letter. P.P.S. I know what you're thinking. I doubt you'll be able to bring me back from the dead. I put my soul stone into Moonhammer. P.P.P.S., I guess? I borrowed your amulet, and I talked to Goblin Jr. He's on board with this. Oh, this is a letter that's been updated. As time passes.
Updating this session by session.
I figured I was like, nah, he would have written it here, so I wrote it from then and then did some updates as the plot went on.
PPPPS, I think we're at this point. Keep spreading the moon mandments. You do not want another Fiddlesworth on your hands. All the P's and then an S. Bucky got kidnapped and now you got to save him too. I'm sure you're free of the Baba Yaga thing by now. Oh. Don't trust her. Kings shouldn't be owned by demons. I'll hand your iPhone that note was back, but I will need that to fucking tattoo on my chest at some point or something. Oh, man.
So Goblin Jr. kind of gets up and shakes himself off just like the dog shake. And then he turns to you, Quinny, and he bows.
I just talked to him. Beast speech. Like, come on, man. This is a lot. Just come here, and I'll, like, hug him.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. My liege. And then he toots.
Oh, my God. I hate him so much.
This episode of Dum-Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum-Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum-Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum-Dums and Dragons. Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christian Menicola, Long, The Half-Blind Prophet, James Cuellar, DM Rob, Christopher Little, Joshua White, Olin Anderson, Sue One, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.